Perry, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Born September 15th of 1970.
Wow, you all up in my birthday, dog?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
my birthday is actually coming up, man.
September 15th.
Yeah, a couple of days from now.
10 days.
Yeah, 10 days.
You'll be 49, right?
I'll be 49.
Yeah, okay, so let me ask you this.
Hold on, Antonio. Yeah. Say hi to me before you get all in my business.
Okay. How you doing today?
Yeah, man. Shake my hand. All in my birthday, and you cheated on your wife 3 times last month. No, man. Yeah, my birthday is definitely coming up, man. I'll be 49. I'm excited about it, too, because, you know, these days ain't promised to us.
Yeah.
And to still be telling jokes, to still be doing what I love to do for a living, you can't beat it.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So I understood you grew up in Chicago, Illinois, right?
South side of Chicago, but
right.
But I'm from everywhere, man. You know, grew up in Chicago, Monroe, Louisiana, my mother's hometown. Had some of my formative years there.
Right.
And also L.A.,
okay,
the Bay Area.
Yeah.
I was in the Navy, so my first tour was in New Orleans. I lived in New Orleans for like 4 years, and so I've kind of called a lot of places home, and now Atlanta's home.
Okay, great. So that's where you kind of honed in your craft when you were in Monroe, Louisiana, right? In the Navy.
Yes and no. I mean, I wasn't in the Navy yet. It was the emphasis of it.
Okay.
You know, it's like any other profession. When you first have the inkling,
right,
then you got to start figuring out how to do it.
That's right.
And the Monroe definitely was that for me.
Okay.
And then, you know, real life happens. You got a daughter on the way.
Okay.
And I got to the point where I wanted to be able to take care of mine.
Right.
And I joined the Navy.
Okay.
Hot day. A recruiter offered to give me a ride to work, and I took it. And he pitched me on the way, and I was gone like 7 days later.
Okay.
You know, joined the Navy, end up in San Diego boot camp, and my first real Navy tour was in New Orleans, Louisiana, man.
Okay.
And met some lifelong friends in the Navy, and I did that for 8 years. And 1998, I got out of the Navy and really start to, you know, go forward and pursue this comedy thing.
Right. Well, that's awesome. Well, listen, let me ask you this. I understood you have a pretty large family, right?
6 kids.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw
5 girls and a boy.
I saw a video where you were saying this is how the Rodney Perry house beat the hell out of their kids or something like that. And you had a belt in your hand, and
they took over.
And so next thing I know in the video clip, you know, you were handcuffed with a journey through your mouth, and the kids were whooping you with a belt or something like that. So like 3 girls I saw, 3 young girls.
Well, yeah, it's crazy. Those kids that are in the video is like grown now, which is crazy.
Right.
But it was one of those times in Atlanta where we were, when, you know, Atlanta doesn't get snow. It's like Birmingham. We don't get snow.
Right.
And it snowed that year, so we were kind of locked in the house, and we started making videos because that's what Perrys do. We make videos when we're locked in the house, and so it was a video that went viral about a guy beating his kids,
right?
And so we were mimicking that video at that time. But yeah, that's funny. It's crazy you didn't even see that.
That's hilarious. Yeah. I saw that. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Another thing too, I thought was pretty interesting. You were on 4 seasons of the Monique Show.
No, we only had 2.
2 seasons.
2 seasons.
Okay.
150 episodes per season. I've probably been on as much television as anybody ever.
Yeah.
You know, because we did 300 episodes of hour-long TV for 2 years.
Right.
We got picked up for a 3rd year, and then it didn't happen.
Right. Now, let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that you've been in a total of 13 movies and 15 movies and 13 television shows.
That's kind of true and kind of not true.
Okay.
See, when you do indie stuff, everything indie doesn't end up on the IMDb.
Right.
And for anybody that don't know, that's the Internet Movie Database, and you can see a lot. You can see the 13, but the reality is I've probably done 50 or 60 different movies.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you get that heavily steeped in the movie industry? And I remember hearing you talk about, it was in reference to the Monique Show, about being embedded into the conscious of the media and to it being embedded in the consciousness of viewers of television. And having done that many television shows and that many episodes, is that just typical of the average person? Who's
no, it's not typical at all. Well, I'm a stand-up first.
Right.
I'm a stand-up comic, right? And so what I realized early on is that if I wanted people to pay to see me, I needed to get on that medium television and or film. And so I began to take acting classes. I studied with Tasha Smith.
Where did you take your acting classes?
In LA. LA was where I started. Tasha Smith TSAW acting workshop is where I started. Tasha Smith acting workshop is TSAW. That's her acronym. And that was the beginning, man. And I started studying. You know, you can always get better.
Right.
And so that afforded me different opportunities, different small films, but there are no small parts. There are small actors, and so I took them, and I still take them. If you got the money, guess what? Rodney Perry gonna come do your movie, dog. Now, I will say this: my paradigm has shifted a little bit because I need that movie to be going somewhere.
Right.
I need you as a producer to have some vision and have a plan, because the idea of just grabbing the bag is not for me anymore. I need people to see it. You know, I did a movie in Philadelphia some years back. It was a movie called Broad Street Bully, and I played a dramatic role. It was a real heavy role. It was killing. It was all type of really high drama, and I thought it would be a great vehicle for me, and it never came out. And so after that, I was like, yo, I'm not gonna do these movies just to get the money, because I can go get 5 or 10,000, you know, for a day's work.
Right.
And it doesn't matter if nobody sees it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So your thing is just getting the exposure.
Oh, well, you got to see it. Don't get me wrong. I still want your money.
Right.
But people got to see it. You know, if nobody sees it, it's not worth anything.
Exactly. Let me ask you this. You were in a video clip, and you were talking about the day you received the call from Robert Ho. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And it was with regards to the Monique show. And you were saying in that interview, when you were asked about it, that it was just very abrupt. And you were saying it was just a matter of a fact, and that if something was going on with that show, it was never brought to your attention. Tell us exactly how that actually went down.
Well, Rodney Ho. So when the Monique, he's the AJC author of the article that broke the story that the Monique show was ending, and I'm to date the only human being that's talked about it publicly. I mean, Monique has talked about it in her stand-up, but I'm the only one that talked about it to a reporter because Rodney Perry is dumb. so it had happened. I got the call from Sidney Hicks, Monique's husband. He was like, Rodney, we've been put on indefinite hiatus, which to this day I don't understand that. I don't know what the hell that means. That implies that we'll come back. And he said, yo, we're on an indefinite hiatus, man. Go out there and get your money, dog. And I was like, okay. So then I get a call from Rodney Ho, or the AJC reporter, and we talked about, he just came kind of out of nowhere, and again, I'm the only one to even speak about this in public, but basically we got put on what was called indefinite hiatus, and who knows, maybe the Monique show comes back one day. You never know.
Yeah. Well, how is your relationship with her now? Do you talk to her often?
Oh, she's my friend.
Okay, very
She's my friend. She's my friend. Like Lav Love is my friend. We'll work together tonight. Monique is my friend.
Right.
And we've been that since the first day I met her. Our first meeting, she saw me at a comedy club, and about a day later she called me out of the blue.
Wow. And
so I'm like, hello. She was like, hello. I'm like, who is this? She said, it's Monique. I'm like, Monique who? She said, Monique. I'm like, Monique? She's like, Monique. I'm like, whoa, what up? And so we began to talk, and she was like, I love your stand-up. You're so funny. You're so real. And she just was singing my praise. She said, Rodney, don't take this the wrong way, but can I take your wife on a shopping spree?
Wow. She
took my wife, and at that time we were living in a 3-bedroom apartment in Inglewood, California. She took my wife out and spent upwards of $3,000 in our home that day.
Wow.
And I was floored by her generosity, and I got her back on the phone. I'm like, how do I pay you back for this? Well, I can't pay you back. Like, what do I do? She was like, Rodney, you don't pay me back. So you bless some young comic the way I'm blessing you.
That's good.
And that was our first meeting. That's why you can't really say nothing bad about that lady around me.
Right. That's
good. Because I know her to be a genuine person.
Right. And I also saw some clips with her. She was very vocal about the situation with Oprah and Steve Harvey and all those things. But
she's a vocal person.
Just hitting it right on the head, though.
She's vocal. She is vocal. This is the thing. You're not gonna do Monique wrong without her saying something.
Right.
Even if she's flawed in how she sees it, if she sees it, that's all it needs. That's all it have to be for her. Right. And so you have to understand who she is to even wrap your mind around that. And she's a dope person, and she's always been that.
Right. What role do you think comedians play, if any, in pushing the conversation forward about equality in the United States?
I mean, comedians play a role in all aspects of everything. I mean, with Dave Chappelle, with his current special out, he touched on everything. He touched on sexism, racism. He touched on the LGBT community. He touched on the Me Too movement. I mean, we are the last true form of expression. You know what I mean? Like, as a comedian, my friend Marvin Hunt always says that we make it palatable. We say what everybody's thinking, but some people don't know how to say it where everybody can taste it. And we make it sweet enough where you can taste it. Laughter makes it sweet.
That's good. That's real good. So tonight you'll be at the Inns of Soho tonight.
Yes.
You and Lav Love, correct?
Absolutely. Lav Love, fabulous, super comedian.
Well, that's good.
My friend, we go back many years. I knew Lav when he had a curl. And
a Jerry curl?
No, I'm making it up. It was more of a conch. No, that's not true either. I made that up. No, I knew when we both had black hair. That's for sure. but I'm excited when Lav Love calls me. I come through, and we've been doing these shows for years and years. And he said, "Man, we got some fly going on in Birmingham. Come through," and here we are.
Great. We're so glad to have you. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
You're gonna have to loosen up next interview, dog.
Appreciate.
I need you. You're too damn fly. First of all, you're too damn handsome. I'm sick of it. Where the ugly dude to do the interview? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, Antonio.